Imagine looking through a window into your backyard. Everything you see in front of you is biodiversity. The trees, ants, the microbes in the soil, and even the air you breathe consists of and is considered part of biodiversity. Community ecologists often try to understand the processes that shape biodiversity and what processes allow many species to coexist. Take this lake, for example. Highly disturbed areas often have fewer species. But what is driving that pattern? Is it because of the type of nutrients available that only a few species can consume? Or do extremely disturbed environments attract highly competitive species that exclude others? Or is it because disturbed environments have low spatial complexity? But first, what is biodiversity? Biodiversity is the entire variety of living things. Because biodiversity is an incredibly broad, overarching topic, it is usually divided into 3 levels. Typically, we think about biodiversity in terms of species diversity, or the number of different kinds of species. For example, although rainforests only take up 6% of the Earth's surface, it is estimated that they contain between 1/3 and 1/4 of the world's species of animals and plants. In the Borneo rainforest alone, for example, there are 700 species of tree, the same total number of species found in all of North America. Another way we can consider biodiversity is through genetic diversity. Just like how your friends and family are not the same as you, every individual within a species has a unique set of genes, which makes them different from one another, and each population of that species has a unique assembly of genes compared to other communities. Why does this matter? When genetic diversity is low, species are less able to adapt to disturbances such as disease. This is why saving endangered species like the Tasmanian devil is so difficult. When a contagious, fatal disease arises, low genetic diversity means that there is reduced probability of any individuals having adaptations that will allow them to survive. The third level of biodiversity is ecosystem diversity. This refers to the diversity of communities that can be found within a geographic location, from an entire coral reef to the surface of an individual rock covered by algae, small sponges, and snails. Complexity over this scale is important, because more complex ecosystems generally support more ecological niches, have more trophic levels, and therefore support more robust communities with more species and higher genetic diversity. Understanding these processes has important consequences for conservation and restoration. For example, we can start to understand how invasive species like lionfish can decrease diversity by outcompeting native species and disturbing the balance of energy and resources. The diversity of a system has effects on many ecosystem functions, such as productivity, stability, and nutrient cycling. Therefore, understanding biodiversity on all levels and how these interact will help us to maintain and restore ecosystem health across many scales.